With so much time spent in our homes right now, it's no surprise that the new year has kicked off with loads of new gadgets aiming to better our living spaces, by day and by night. Here I have the Dozy Cozy Interactive Smart Pillow. Now it is pretty heavy, but I guess that'll help it stay in place, and you do have to get used to the idea of it being plugged in all night. But thanks to this small device that you have to wear attached to your waistband, it's also tracking your movement. So depending on whether you're lying on your back or your side, it'll automatically change its height accordingly. Now the device does come in 3 different sizes, so theoretically should move to the perfect height for anyone. But whilst that might be good for your neck and back, it's not necessarily how you actually want your pillow to feel. I found it a bit low and boxy. The company is also releasing a snore tracking pillow, so if you are making some awful sounds disturbing the person next to you, then it should jiggle you about a bit to get you in a better position. You won't be able to get your hands or head on any of the versions right now though, but the company is hoping to launch them in the UK later this year. If, like me, you can't bear the sight of lots of wires around the place, then how about this? A wireless charger that sits beneath the surface of a table or desk so that you can then put your device on the top to charge. That surface does need to be under 2.5 centimetres thick, but it could be built into a fitted kitchen, for example. The process of calibrating it did feel a bit like finding a needle in a haystack. We'd lost daylight in the process, but did, after an hour, find its sweet spot. Using it after this, though, was a lot simpler, as the positioning didn't need to be so precise to charge. Of course, your device does need to support wireless charging, and it's only compatible with the latest iPhone when used on a thinner surface, so it may not cater for the whole household just yet. Meanwhile, if a smart blender is what you've been waiting for, then meet Milo. This wireless rechargeable device can be used anywhere, and it can make up to 10 drinks per charge. Its processor is monitoring its blending in real time, syncing to a smartphone app to keep track of your favoured settings. Wow, a graph of the blending. I'm not sure if this is massive over-engineering or actually really exciting. Okay, I get that the novelty may wear off. Sounds like it's going to take off. And if the app is surplus to your blending regime requirements, then you can just use the touch display. It moves around depending on where you tap it, an inexplicably compelling feature. Maybe that's just the effect of lockdown. I never knew I wanted a graph of my smoothie making before. Perfectly blended. I'm not quite sure about the choice of ingredients though, but it does come at a pretty high price, so it really depends how much you want to soup up your soup. And if you're worried that I'd forgotten about some members of the household here, then fear not. If you have a dog, either one that you got in lockdown like many people did, or it's a long-time member of the family, then maybe it's time to make them feel a little bit more at home. You could give them a key, although that would be absolutely ridiculous. So maybe this is a smarter idea. It's a smart flap for dogs, with a Bluetooth connected collar so they can let themselves out to do their business without it needing to be any of yours. Or you can set it to manual and receive an alert that the door needs remote opening, so you can check the live video feed and sound to make sure it's safe and know what your pooch is up to. It is only launching in the US at the moment, but the company hopes elsewhere will follow. So while some of this kit isn't going to be transforming your home right now, and most of it is still pretty pricey, maybe it is a taste of things to come.